Now, before I get into our final conversation, right? Recently, I've been getting to see pictures and videos, and obviously read about stuff concerning how we, talking about here in Port Harcourt and indeed in Nigeria, are changing the narrative. You see, there is an event, there's a conference right now. It's called Reimagine Africa. All right, and the idea, the backbone of all of what they are talking about, yes, it's all about using tech, but the real meat in the matter is changing the perspective of what people have about Nigeria and River State in particular. That it's not just about the negative things that people get to think and hear. It's very sad that even people who lived here, who are from here, who are probably in the US, when they get to hear something or stories from the reports in the news, there's kidnapping in Port Harcourt, nobody is safe, people don't go out any longer. Once it's 5 o'clock, somebody actually checked it out, once it's 5 o'clock, everybody locks their doors. That's not true. Is there insecurity? Yes, true. But I don't think it's any... I don't think it's gotten to the point where people are now, locked in 24 hours of the day. That's not true. It hasn't got to the point where people don't go out to carry their business. That is not true. It hasn't stopped people from trying to have a good time in the evenings. That is exactly what some people have been pushing around. And they also think that technology doesn't thrive in Port Harcourt. They don't think businesses thrive very well in Port Harcourt. There are challenges, ladies and gentlemen, but that's what Reimagine Africa is all about. It's about changing the narrative. And whether you're a teacher, you're an artist, a content creator, or you work in the digital space, or you're a bricklayer, you have the power to change the story that people know of you. And that's by speaking your own story, telling it as it is. Now, our final conversation is about the story of the elections, the elected, and the electorates. Now, yesterday, somebody was making mention that, the government hasn't done this, the government hasn't done that, poor maintenance culture, and it's interesting that it's similar to something that we had a few weeks ago. Now, pay very close attention to this question, ladies and gentlemen. Our Nigerian electorate, that would be you, and Jude, right? Our Nigerian electorate as guilty as the elected. That would be your local government chairman. That would be your councillor. That would be your House of Rep member, your senators, your chief whips, your senators basically, right? But that it will be them. Are we, the electorates, as guilty as the elected for the slow rate of development? Yesterday, I sat down with two very interesting individuals, people who had ideas of how to improve what River State is known for, particularly when it came to the oil and gas sector. These individuals, ladies and gentlemen, had promulgated an idea for an automatic measure and control of oil wells and gas installations all across this region. They had worked on the programs. They felt that all they needed was to find the finances from the government so they can go, not just get the equipment, but they were willing to even do the work. Ladies and gentlemen, they were willing to do the work. But somewhere along the line, that idea was shelved. It was shelved. And then community person say, no, now like this we they do am. Maybe they do am like this. Maybe no, now this way now we know. And so the development of monitoring and whatnot has remained basically the same as has always been. And you can literally mirror that into very many sectors in this area, in this country. When you want to apply for something, some of you have made mention of this on air, there are several bureaucratic bottlenecks. Oh, it has gone into this man's table, his file. And then when the file gets there, somebody looks at it, this guy, give me 20,000 naira pocket money. Put that down. Oh yeah, make it there under. How can someone's project, how can someone's payment brochure or payment voucher be on your desk for 3 months, 6 months, and you refuse to push it to the next person's table who's meant to sign so that person gets paid. You are not the Director General. You are not the head of that particular MDA. You are not the commissioner. You're not the minister. Yet, apparently, you have the power to make or break someone's life and livelihood. So who is more guilty, ladies and gentlemen? Let's find out from you this very nice, not so cloudy Thursday morning.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Stimulating and insightful conversations. Hello, Port Harcourt. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
So 017-923-0002, 017-923-0007 at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Who is more guilty for the slow rate of development? Is it Nigerian electorates or the elected? Elected versus electorates is our conversation this morning. Get onto Facebook and Twitter, that's X by the way, and join the conversation. WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416. Clement Shemage says, Richman Pekina no go wonder who sing this song. Yes, that was Two-Face. That was earlier on. Thank you very much, Clement Shemogi. All right, let's get to hear you. Don't forget the numbers are good. Drop your name and your location. Zion in GRA, good morning to you.
Thank you for this discourse. We all are guilty. But electorates are more guilty.
Are more guilty?
Yes. Don't forget the elected are coming from the electorates.
True.
So it is what they have been doing over time. They now practicalize. And like a centrifugal force, the elected get out of that force of poverty, literacy, corruption, backwardness. They will remain. Now the electorates are seeing what's spinning around. Now look at it. As aspirants, you borrow the money to run election. Why do you borrow the money? Because of the electorate. You are going to print banners, buy them face caps, print t-shirts for them, give them money to vote for you. You borrow that money. Now, after the election, and you get of it, tell me the first point of call is not to pay back. Are you seeing the problem now? So if they give you a borrowed project, so every project will say who collected the money. Was it not the electorate? But if we can get to that point, Mr. Jude is going for election. Let's come together and contribute for him.
But Zion, that's the system we have. That's why party have fundraising events. Don't
believe that. Don't believe that. Party man, don't you? It's not true. The only good thing the party can do for you is to give you the form and run through their platform.
Okay. All right. So let's hear from Michael in Borokri. Michael, good morning to you, please.
Yes, to answer your question, the electorate has been doing more. Because if you have to go by what is happening in the Nigerian political space, we discover the person that goes to collect 10,000 naira, 20, 30, 5,000, 1,000. I don't know the electorate. Yesterday, when we were saying something, the man said it's not enough to complain. Now, local government elections will be coming very soon.
You listened to that conversation yesterday.
I listened now.
Yeah.
I listened to the man, and you too, you saw sense in what that man said. the electorates who are complaining, so once you saw what happened in Kogi, you saw what happened in Bayelsa, so what happened in Imo. It was there because the elected, the ones know that the electorates are very old. They are misinformed. So they feel because they are misinformed.
Hello, Michael. You write this for grams 809030646. I'm thinking that please don't call number. Okay. All right. X at Nigeria in J.
It's not, it's not on the social media. But the civil society always right different from some of them. If you find back stories, that men are doing things as well. Not that I will take them involved house, pay them and give them bribe.
Hello. Oh dear. Apologies. This is a bit of a challenge. The second drop call scenario, the quality of the call also dropping. All right. So let me read comments. All right, before we go on a break. All right. WhatsApp 0090646. I aim more. A lot of times the electorate is not informed. Some of them are illiterate, but they all desire and yearn for one thing, which is many of them only want to aspire to be elected. They've seen what the elected have done with the monies that they are meant to use. And how do children learn? They learn by copying ahead of them. For their 3 years. on this morning is about you. It is the elected versus the electorate. The question is, which of these groups is more responsible for the slow development experienced in Nigeria? Are the electorates as guilty or more guilty or less guilty than the elected? I'd like to get to hear from you this morning, because there have been several instances where even the governors have made mention that, look, they did A, B, C, D, but the people either did not protect or maintain or abused, or even in some cases disused that particular infrastructure. And development is not just about building bridges or having power. Those are great. Talking about power installations or water, those are really great. But even down to economic opportunities, digital training, financial, enlightenment programs. Several governments have had seminars, have had training courses. They've gotten people from the creeks. They've gotten people from the rural areas. Come and learn how to do this. Come and learn how to do this. Yet, the rate of development for these locales is not commensurate with the amount of money that was placed or allocated for that particular program. So what exactly is the problem? Who is left with the check for the slow rate? That's what I want to find out this morning.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Please turn down the volume of your radio set when you call in. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see or hear. Do not make unsubstantiated and unverified claims. Please do not make inciting statements. All right? 08179230002, 08179230003, 08179230002, 08179230003. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. All right? Let's get to read your comments on those platforms so you can join the conversation. WhatsApp is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Chile Edwin has a very interesting comment on Facebook. He says there is no connection between the electorate and the elected immediately after elections. And this is where we have found ourselves, and this is the reason why things are not working. It's a very interesting comment. No connection between elected and electorates. Paul is in Bonny. Paul, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good morning, Paul.
Yeah, in as much as the citizens have their own thoughts over this, but all will be much more will be blamed on our leaders.
Hello, Paul.
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, yes, please go on.
Naira could be given out for a project in whichever one. But in the process of doing it, they may not spend up to 100,000 or 200,000 on that particular program. In this, there's no way something that we need up to 50 to 60% investment in. Less than that is commensurate response or development to that. So to me, I feel that the people who appropriate money be responsible to the slow development of Nigerian society in any sphere. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Ibiso, speaking to us from our daily road. Ibiso, good morning to you, please.
Yes, youth. I go to Chile. After the election, no connection again. Now, After 3 years, 4 months, connection started again. So come, carry a woman that is flying a car. With her, eat corn, and all the rest. So that there is connection. When they elect them, they will put fence that is higher on their roof. When they are coming to town, 20 policemen will guide them. Nobody can see them. Cannot even access their gate. So to me, those are electing them. Don't take money from them. Take a decision of who you want. Because these people are very, very funny. Psychologically, they are saying that when they give you 2 cups of ice, they will take your destiny.
Your destiny.
How the thing is yesterday. Not to just look the social media. Let us stand on our ground. I think that if they are coming out for president, they will not go and vote them because they will know that this man is strict. Part of them will not give them money. But, we always sell our destiny by taking 50,000 naira, 50,000 naira for 4 years. Now, some of the roads, is bad. The election is coming now. You see, they will start doing that to lead you. So, for concrete there, men are
the major problem of these developments in this country.
I think it is elected, Jude.
Interesting. Michael is on the line. Yes, good morning, Muriel.
Yeah, Jude, you see, when a person comes to your organization to seek for a job, the person tries as much as they can, try to convince you, they write application letter, they call for interview, they speak all the grammar, that they can do this job. And you give them this job, Jude. If they fails in that job, it is a fault you the person employ the person. That's how I see it, Jude. The electorate, the elected, they give these persons the job to do. They give them this job. It's a job, Jude.
Yes,
that's how it should be. That's how we should see it. We give them the job of taking care of the state for us. And if they fail in that job, it's not our fault, Jude, because we give them all the resources they need to do the job. And we are not spirits when they come to seek this employment. We are not spirits to know their heart, what they have, the intentions of their heart. Maybe to know if they actually want to do the job, if they want to misappropriate resources. We don't know. So we give them this job and they fail. The only side I'm worried about is that when we employ them, they now become our bosses automatically. They become your boss. You employ someone, they become your boss. So when they don't perform well, you have no choice. There is nothing you can do about it. You cannot fire. You only hire. So that's why it's not only problem, but otherwise, it is the fault of the elected that they have failed in that job.
All right, so it's the fault of the elected. Michael, do you share similar sentiments to me?
Who told you? It's because the electorate
sleeping on their rights.
For instance, yes, let me give you an instance now, Jude. For instance, if I own a company, and I employ someone, if I don't do well, the person has every right to make complaints. There are offices, there are established commissions or agencies that my employee would lay complaint to, petition me to, and that commission or agency is for them to get whatever that employee has petitioned me for. It's not because I own the company I can do anything I like. So it's because we have put them in there. So if they fail, we should just build. How many electorates have actually taken time to record their
elected officials? Yeah.
Yesterday I was listening to Professor Tony Canvas trying to get a letter from the state government 6 months for a school that built for public interest. Took 6 months, and the man was fed up. And I don't know if that school was actually built in Delta State. 6 months just to write a
just very weird things. Very weird.
Yes. I listened to the Canvas yesterday. Now this is that person who was supposed to give that man the letter is not an elected person. Any person, now if Pastor Tony could try his best and abandon that thing, the electorates are the ones for people. Now, local government elections will be coming to place too. Now, and like in my tailor, they have come to their studio skills acquisition that they do. Yesterday they came and they asked people to come and submit their names and I told them this thing is for election purpose. After that, they would use spend any more good. They would have gone. The electorate will be blamed for everything. Like a father having a bad child, the parents should be blamed. If a child goes wrong, the parents should be blamed. You can't blame the child. More blame goes to the parents. So I don't believe in the elected he has done. Apart this woman called Miriam and one Ken and Madam Tota, how many women are falling into your programs? The women are being used to carry out their electoral fraud. The men are being used to snatch boxes.
Hector in Obudabali. Hector, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning, please.
Thank you. To me, I think the electorate are the major problems.
The electorates.
So, yes, though the electorate also have their own part of the blame. Now, the reason why the electorate has a major problem is because of our election. Now, they created the background. And what is the background? Poverty, unemployment. So they take advantage of this background because they've created this background of unemployment and poverty. So the people are hungry, people are jobless. In times of election campaign, they come around, they give face caps, they
rappers,
rappers, cups of rice or custard, cups of rice, meat, and just to the conscience of people. And after the election, some of them will not even go through anymore. Their gates will be locked. Those vehicles that we enter for campaign, we no longer sit on the road anymore. So that is the background the politicians have created. And with the electorate, a lot of us are educated enough. We are enlightened that this is the method that the politicians use on us. Yet, we could not still, overcome the challenge. You, this is Nigerian info. You have witnessed, at least in your program, how we callers behave. Callers will call in to support the government. Another callers will come in to criticize the actions and inactions of government. Others will call to criticize what that the person has said. So the politicians in government have succeeded to create, this division among the electorate. So how do we even come to say, to hold the government accountable? If today you say something to carry out people at the protest session against the government, against the actions and inactions, policies of government. The following day, another group will come up with another protest, to counter protest. So that is the situation we have found ourselves. We have a problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Hector, let's quickly wrap up here reading your comment. John says, the leaders are products of the led. That's the people. Jude, every society deserves the kind of leadership she gets, but it might not be what she needs. The led are to be blamed to a great extent. Chinedu here says, I think both parties are involved. The elected failed to do the job, and the electorates easily forget all their failures. For small incentive. That's a very incriminating line there. Let me read that. Chinedu says, both parties are involved. The elected fail to do their job, and the electorate easily forget all their failures for small incentives. Well, if you think you are in any of the categories, well, the question now still remains. We cannot be the same continuously. There has to be a change, an improvement. Even great countries want to be greater. The question is, are you doing your bit to improve the development of the state and indeed the nation? My name is Jude. Hello, Potako Pax's boss here to enjoy the rest of your day. It's Throwback Thursday, and that's what we do. Throw things back to when people were much younger and music was a bit, what's the word? Different sounding. Yes, indeed.
Think you're truly something special.